So as we're heading into a new month and a new week, this is my weekly breakdown of GU, EU and gold. So I'll be breaking down what to expect from the coming weeks. So we'll start with EU. You can see that this is my swing breakout structure and this is my internal breakout structure. Now you can see that price broke above this range and we are within the pullback phase of this leg over here. So now what I expect on EU if we take a closer look. So we're looking at the recent internal structure. So if we look at the recent internal structure, you can see that price is within a pullback phase. So what I expect price to come into this daily supply, and from here we can look for shorts to continue with this bearish momentum to the downside. So from the daily time frame, this is what I am seeing, that currently we are in the pullback phase, and after price coming into this daily supply, we can look for short to target these lows or these lows. So currently, as structure wise, this is what I'm thinking. So we can still play short term longs into this daily supply, and then from here I would be interested to look for shorts. So let's see this on the H4. So on the H4, you can see this is my swing breakout structure. After that, the internal breakout structure shifted bullish. Now we are within a pullback of this leg. You can see it chopped over here for a long time, and then we got a break above this range over here. Now we have a clean price action to work with, and if we are expecting price to come into this daily supply, so we would be looking for longs. Now the only place to look for longs is this H4 demand. Now if price come into this H4 demand, this is where I would be interested to look for longs, either to target these highs or target price into this daily supply. So from the H4, this is what I'm seeing, that we are currently in the pullback phase. You can see we have imbalance over here. Maybe price would want to fill the imbalance and push higher. So I would be interested in looking for longs, and you can see that from here price pushed up, a short pullback, price pushed up, a short pullback, price pushed up again, a short pullback, and then we would be continuing up with the bullish momentum to the upside. So this is what my plan is going into the week. Maybe if this H4 demand hold, I would be interested in looking for longs. And how I would be interested in looking for longs, we'll see that on the H1. So on the H1, you can see that we have a fresh H1 demand over here. So when price come into this demand and I get a change of character, I would be interested to look for longs on the fresh demand to target these highs or even into this daily supply. And this could also fail if price wants to go to the downside. This could also fail. So currently, seeing the structure, I'm thinking that we could have another leg to the upside on EU until we reach this daily supply, and from here I would be interested in looking for shorts after a good change of character. So as things stands right now, I'm currently interested in longs from this H4 demand. Now let's look at GU. So on GU, we'll start with the daily time frame. You can see that this is my swing breakout structure. After that, we have this internal breakout structure. Price has been following a bearish order flow. After that, we swept these lows over here and we got the internal breakout structure to the upside. Now what we can expect, that the pullback of this leg is done and price wants to push higher. And if you take a look at the recent price action, you can see that we have this internal breakout structure to the upside. After that, price came back down into this daily demand, and we are also within the EQ of this leg over here. This leg, we are within the EQ levels, and you can see price mitigated it, and this daily supply failed, and this daily supply also failed. Now there is nothing that could hold price to push to the downside. So what I expect is this highs to be weak, and we can look for longs to target these highs. So from the daily time frame, so what I'm thinking is these highs are weak and we are continuing with the bullish momentum to the upside with this to form a structure like this. So let's see on the H4. So on the H4, this is my swing structure. After that, the internal structure shifted bearish. Another internal breakout structure. Price came into this demand and we got a bullish breakout structure to the upside. Now since this daily supply, both the daily supplies failed, I would be interested in looking for longs to target these highs. Now I was expecting price to come into this H4 demand over here, but it never came into the 50% and pushed higher. So now what I expect is on GU, we have this demand over here. I would expect price to come into this demand to continue with the bullish momentum to the upside to either take out these highs or even take out these highs. So currently I'm interested to look for longs from this H4 demand to push price higher. So let's say this on the H1. So on the H1, we have a fresh demand over here, which also aligns with the H4 demand. Now what I would expect, price coming into this H1 demand. After that, I get a change of character on the H1, and then I would be interested to look for longs to take out these highs, or even I would like to take out these highs over here. So on GU, this is what I'm thinking. I'm interested in longs because there is no significant supply now to hold price, and we could expect price to just go to the upside to continue with the bullish momentum that you see happening over here like this. So we'll get a structure like this to break another swing structure. So this is what I'm seeing on GU going into this week. Let's see on gold. So looking at the recent price action on gold, so you can see price has been going to the side. Now we are building liquidity to the downside, even to the upside. So looking at the daily time frame, what I would like to see is that maybe we get a break below from here, then we can get a clear direction to follow, or maybe price could break above and give us a clear direction so that we can follow to the upside. So currently we are just going sideways, and these are the areas where I would be taking a lot of losses. So I'm currently staying away from gold. So you can see we have swept these highs, and price comes, sweep the low and goes back up again. So for day traders, you can sell over here, you can long over here until and unless we are within this range. And you can also see that if I draw a trend line over here, price is just bouncing from here. Maybe we could see price coming and squeezing like this, and until and unless we get a breakout. So on gold, seeing the daily time frame, this is what I see. Price is just ranging, and we are still within this daily demand which led to this change of character. So let's see on the H4. So on the H4, we're looking at the recent price action. So we got a change of character over here. After that, price came down into this H4 demand, got a change of character. But this recent demand, H4 demand, failed. Price pushed to the downside, pushed up, swept the high, came back down. I thought this H4 demand would hold, take price to the upside, but you can see this failed. Now maybe price would come into this supply, push lower, or maybe it will just come down, sweep this, and then have push up. So it's just ranging from side to side, and what I would suggest is stay away from gold until and unless we get a clear direction. So if we get a break above, we can follow that direction. If we get a break below, we can follow that direction. This is what I'm seeing on gold. Even if you take a look at the H1 time frame, there is nothing to work with because the demands have failed. Now maybe here there is a supply over here, and since we are ranging, maybe price would come to take out this liquidity and come back down to take out this liquidity. So currently I'm not looking for anything on gold unless and until we get a proper clean structure to work with. So as we're heading into this month and this week, this is what I'm seeing on EU, GU and gold. So if you'd like to see more daily market analysis like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.